Hi, today I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the underlying causes of why people develop chronic issues. It usually all stems from some sort of stressor in our life. And there are four main types of stress that could be occurring in your life that may have negatively impacted your body, which may have led to some of the chronic issues that you experience. The first and foremost is going to be a physical stress. Most of us know exactly what that is. It's going to be hard work. It's going to be playing a sport, having some sort of physical injury, or being in a car accident. That would cause a physical stress on your body that would cause damage, thus leading to a chronic issue, whether that's knee pain, back pain, or just having some sort of overall chronic pain. The next stress is going to be a chemical stress. So you could be eating foods that are creating a negative reaction in your body or a negative immune response that could be leading to more inflammation in your body. This could be high blood sugar. That is a chemical in your body. So there are a lot of different things. You could be exposed to an environmental chemical that could be creating a negative response in your body. The next one is often one people don't really realize creates a lot of issues. And this is probably the biggest one that I see in my office is going to be an emotional stress. So a death, a divorce, it could be an argument with a spouse or, a separation from a child. A lot of this stuff stems from an adverse social or emotional thing that happens to somebody, even as childhood, that then is ingrained into our nervous system that can create stress on our body. And that your body does not know the difference between these different types of stressors. The last one is going to be a microbial stress. So this stress is one that people don't often think about either, is that you have a lot of diversity of gut bacteria in your digestive tract. You have bacteria in your mouth. It is imperative to our health that we have this flora, and this is good bacteria, not bad bacteria. And what happens is when that microbial issues start to happen, let's say you took an antibiotic that destroyed all the good bacteria that may help to make your neurotransmitters or help you absorb your food, that can lead to a stressor on your body, because then your body has to pick up the slack where the microbials actually were helping you out. Now, this often could mean too is that you're being exposed to something that is from an environmental perspective. Let's say you have a strep infection, or you have maybe C. diff, or you're getting some sort of other bacteria or virus or parasite or yeast, candida overgrowth in your body. This all is under the umbrella of microbial stress that can create a stress on the body, which then can create a negative reaction. And how this actually happens is that when you have some sort of stress, it causes the cells to respond. So when your body is so stressed that it doesn't know what to do, and it's more than just, having something that's coming up or a bill that's due, that's a given stress, but it could be any of these other ones, that long-term stress is a response that happens in the cell, and the cell often will shut down because it doesn't know what to do with it. And it's a protective mechanism. So instead of that damage happening to that cell, the cell becomes protective, and often the cell will actually thicken its cell membrane as a protection mechanism so that anything that stressor is occurring can't affect the cell negatively. So let's say it's the microbial. The cell will actually shut down its energy so that this microbial part cannot live anymore. Or if it's your immune system, instead of attacking it and creating more damage, your immune system shuts down. Or the cell just becomes thickened, and let's say then you have a hard time getting insulin in your body or into the cell. Or we have a hard time getting thyroid hormone inside the cell. And then what happens is when this stress happens, the cells respond, and then you start to produce a symptom. Well, let's say that is you're not getting thyroid hormone into the cell. You may start losing your hair, gaining weight. You may be more fatigued, constipated. If we're dealing with the insulin or glucose, you're going to have dysregulation in your blood sugar. And again, then you go to your doctor for that symptom. And where it originally was a stress response, your doctor's solution is to give you a medication to fix the symptom. But guess what? That stress is still there. So eventually you're going to develop another problem. This is why you often see people, they develop one problem and then another problem, and it just perpetuates further down. They may be a diabetic, then they have high cholesterol, then they have blood pressure issues, and then they maybe get neuropathy, They may have heartburn, and it just seems like your issues never go away, but you just keep adding another medication because you have another symptom. But guess what? Nobody ever went and addressed the true issue, which was the stressor in the first place. In our office, we take a look at all 4 of those stressors because they're important. Because if we don't figure out what stressor is the one that's creating what we call the cell danger response, we're not going to be able to get you better. And the reality is you can take a pill for the rest of your life, but if you don't ever go back and fix the original problem, you're always going to have those symptoms, and you don't have to live that way. And we become very successful when we take a look at all 4 of those issues, and then we can evaluate you and put out a plan that actually can resolve those. So if you are suffering and nobody has ever taken a look at those steps in your body, this may be another option for you, and I encourage you to call our office and schedule, because again, a medication's not going to fix these things over here on this side. You have to take a deep dive into that stuff to be able to make a difference. Well, I hope you got a little bit out of this. If you know somebody that is suffering, please share this video. And if you don't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, because we often put up great ways that you can address these issues from a deep perspective. Have a wonderful day.